Hey guys, Steph, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good. As you can probably tell, I'm looking a little disheveled right now. I've literally just woken up, had a shower, and I'm heading off to a meeting in a second. But first, I want to try out the brand new NARS foundation, which I am so excited to put on my face. Granted, like I said, I got a meeting today, so no pressure, NARS, because if this looks crap, the person I'm having a meeting with might be looking at me like, she does makeup. But yeah, in today's video, we're trying out the new NARS foundation, and I'm gonna let you guys know my thoughts, do a wear test, you know the drill. So, nice and easy intro. Let's do the handshake, because that was too easy. That was like too seamless. Let's do the handshake, and let's get into the video. Okay, so I've got two different shades of the new NARS foundation. So it's called the Light Reflecting Foundation. So many people have been talking about this. Everyone has been raving about it. And I have a little press release here. I feel like a newsreader right now. But it says that it is medium buildable coverage, which is great for me. Natural finish, all day wear, 36 shades, which is good. What else does it say? It's £37.50, which, I mean, NARS foundations, NARS as a whole, they are obviously more of like a luxury brand, so it doesn't surprise me, but obviously it is more of a pricey foundation. The packaging is pretty standard for NARS as well. It's just like a standard glass bottle, and I'm assuming, yeah, it does have a pump as well, which is great. You get 30 ml of the product. I have two shades here. I've got Deauville, and I've also got Sahel, might be saying that wrong. Either way, I've got these two shades here, and I feel like this one's pretty close. I might need a touch of Deauville, but yeah, we're just gonna put it on my face. There's not really much else to do at this point. I'm just gonna chuck it on. So I have a wet beauty blender here, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna go in with the one that I can't say, Sahel. Let me know in the comments, please. Thank you very much. I'm just skimming through the press release quickly, and it says that it's photo friendly, which is great. We take a lot of photos around here, probably too many. But yeah, I'm just gonna try this out. So like I said, I've got my wet beauty blender, and I'm gonna do a pump or two straight onto the sponge. So the pumps are like quite short, so you don't get too much product when you pump, but we'll see how much you actually need. Just do a little color test there. Actually, that doesn't look half bad. And I'm literally just gonna go in. Sometimes it's as easy as that, you know? The gel on my nail is peeling, so like if you can see that on the macro, pretend that you can't. I'm that person that literally I'm like, oh, I hope no one notices, so let me just draw attention to it so that everyone notices. Sorry, what's happening to my eyebrow here? What is that? Oh, a little piece of fluff. Okay, when they say this looks like skin, I mean, other than my skin looking a little bit more covered, it literally looks like skin. Okay, cool. Yeah, I might need a little teeny tiny touch of Deauville quickly, just because I'm just a little bit wary that it might be a bit too dark. So I'm gonna go in with a tiny bit of Deauville, just like for around my jaw. And yeah, this really doesn't feel like anything on my skin. Like, it doesn't really feel like I've put anything on my face at all. Insert my favorite Simpsons clip. You all know what's about to come. Let's insert it now.
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
But yeah, in the words of Stupid Sexy Flanders, it really feels like nothing at all. It is definitely medium buildable coverage, like they said. Like, it's covering everything up, but it doesn't look like a complete mask. So far, I really like it. Like, it's early days, don't get me wrong, but so far, I'm really, really into this. It's giving me a nice sheen to the skin. Yeah, this is looking really good to me right now. What do you guys think? I feel like it looks really, really good. So now I'm gonna quickly chuck on a little bit of concealer. I'm gonna mix my Marc Jacobs Extra Shot. It just gets a little bit, like, I would like a little bit more brightness under my eyes, but I want the coverage of this. So I'm gonna use some of that, mixed with some of my Tarte concealer. I am running so low on, I'm literally like scraping the barrel at this point, but I just wanna add a little bit of that to lighten everything up. And then again, blend that out with my sponge. I've really been liking using beauty blenders again. I literally like cycle through it. Sometimes I'll just solely use brushes and I won't touch a beauty blender for months. And then all of a sudden I'm like, let's put a wet sponge on my face, and the cycle just repeats. Okay, concealer on, looking a little bit more awake, but I'm loving how this is looking so far. Okay, let's powder it down. So now I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier powder in the shade Honey, and I'm just gonna set my under eyes first like I always do, just so I don't look like a little crusty slug. Are crusty slugs a thing? I guess crusty slugs are a thing. It's a bit morbid. Like if you put like, when people put salt on them, don't put salt on slugs. Don't do it. But I guess crusty slugs are a thing. Anyway, so that's all done. So now I'm going to go in with a big fluffy brush. And you guys know I don't like to use too much powder anyway. So I'm tapping off a lot of the excess. And I'm going to start around my jaw and just press it in. Good. Like, unless something randomly happens on the rest of my face, this looks nice. This really does just look like skin. I feel like this is what my skin could look like if I actually drank water and not just coffee and wine and cups of tea and Coca-Cola, which do contain water, but I feel like if I actually consume some straight H2O, maybe like on the rocks or something, this is what my skin could look like. So yeah, in a roundabout way, it does look really, really skin-like. I like it a lot. Like normally my concealer and everything, it's obviously full coverage, but it still looks really kind of skin-like. But in comparison to this foundation, the concealer looks a lot more heavy. So it just goes to show like how natural this does look. Yeah, I really, really like it. Powder goes on it, really nice. Let's try a little bit of bronzer. So I'm just going in with my Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer. And let's just make sure that everything goes on top really smoothly. Let's also make sure I don't have too many cat hairs on my face as well. Everything's doing what it's kind of supposed to be doing. This looks really good and really promising. Like, I get the hype. I fully do. I've heard so many people say good things about this. And you know what I'm like. I'm always late to the bandwagon. I don't know. When something is like really, really overhyped, I almost kind of don't want to try it because I'm like, is it really that good? But this is actually really as good as everyone's saying it is. It's lightweight, looks like skin. It's got a nice finish to it. It's not super matte, it's not super like oily looking, even when powdered down. Everything goes on top of it really nicely. Yeah, it looks good. Honestly, like what I need right now is I need 12 Starbucks just put into an IV straight into my blood system because I'm like, ugh, my eyes just literally want to just like do this and just fall asleep. I reckon if I sat here long enough, I could fall asleep, you know. Like, I feel like I could. I feel like I'm already halfway there. Anyway, even for this tired girl's face, I feel like it's making me look a lot more awake. So yeah, basically, as you can probably tell, really, really enjoying this foundation. Take a bit of my Laura Mercier bronzer. Yeah, really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, guys, I'm going to go and finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'll check back with you guys to show you how everything's looking, and then I'll wear it throughout the day, and we'll see how it wears. All right, guys, makeup is done. Sorry, it's not the most interesting makeup look ever. Like I said, I do have to run out in a second. It is just a few minutes until 9 in the morning, and I really, really love how this looks, to be honest. I feel like it looks really, really good on the skin. Again, I will insert a macro shot and all of that, but I really, really love how it looks. It's got a nice little sheen. It's giving me enough coverage. It doesn't really feel like anything on my skin at all. Powder went on really nicely. It just looks good. Like, I'm really, really into it. I hope it actually lasts on my skin, because if it does, yeah, this is a really, really nice sort of like everyday foundation. So yeah, like I said, it's around about 9 o'clock in the morning right now. So I'm gonna head off to my meeting, and then I will check back with you guys later. I'll try and keep this on my face as long as I can. And yeah, we'll see how it looks a little bit later. All right, guys, it has been a little while. I have just woken up from a nap, and I just hopped straight on here, which is why I'm looking kind of disheveled, kind of a little bit like moist. But it is currently 10:15 in the evening. Can you even see that? Either way, it's 10:15, which means I've had this foundation on now for 13 hours, which is kind of nuts, actually. So I've had a nap with it. I wore a mask earlier. I was out and about outside. Like I said, I didn't wear any setting spray or anything like that. And if you can just like excuse my slightly disheveled appearance right now, let's just talk about the skin, because apart from like, I did scratch my face earlier. I remember doing it when I was at my desk, and I was like, that's probably gonna leave a little mark. And I did also squeeze a spot down here, but besides that, I feel like it looks really, really good. I'll include a macro shot and everything like I always do. But after 13 hours wear, and like I said, I was napping, I was like, my head was like fully face down in the pillow, my white pillow. There was makeup all over it, which is great. I should not be allowed white sheets. But It's shiny, but I've also got these big lights on my face right now. But it looks pretty damn good for 13 hours wear. And considering everything that I did, like I said, the mask, the nap, all of that, it looks really, really good. I'm really impressed with this. I'm gonna get right up close and personal with you guys right now. Like I said, I've just woken up from a nap, so I don't really know what's going on with my face. It ain't looking too hot, but if we just look at the base, again, you can see where I scratched my face earlier. Like I've had my big headphones on when I was editing as well. It still looks really good. Like I'm really, really impressed with it. I mean, you can see there's like cracking around my under eyes a little bit. You can see my lips ain't looking too hot. My eyebrows are kind of going all over the place. This eyelash here has been bent back from where I lay on my side, but I'm really, really impressed with the foundation. I feel like it just looks so good, and I kind of treated my face like crap today and did not even try to actually keep it on this long, but I've had this on for 13 hours and it looks glowy. I mean, in real life, like sort of, you know, not that I'm like a hologram or anything, but without these big lights, it looks even less shiny, but it doesn't feel oily. It just looks like I maybe just need like a little bit of powder or like a little bit of blotting paper, and that's kind of it. It looks really, really good. Not me as a whole right now. Not me as a whole. But yeah, the foundation I'm really, really impressed with. It's got good coverage. It lasts really well. It doesn't really feel like anything. I can kind of feel my concealer a little bit, but I don't really feel anything on my face. It's just like after a while, I feel like foundation can get kind of itchy. You start to feel it, especially after like napping in makeup or whatever. But this just feels, like I said, Flanders coming in hot again. It feels really, really good. It doesn't really feel like anything. Yeah, I get the hype with this. I really, really do. I've actually got an event in the next few days and I might even wear it because I'm just really impressed with how well it lasted on my face and just how it looks. Yeah. If you guys haven't tried it, if you need a new foundation, give this a go, because I feel like a lot of you guys, if you like the foundations that I like, you'll really like this, because it's kind of the sort of foundation that I tend to like Milani 2-in-1, that sort of thing, but it's a little bit more lightweight, but it still gives you coverage, and it doesn't feel like anything. Like, yeah, basically, if you want to try this, it is worth it. It's got my seal of approval. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave this video here. If you find it helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up because it really does help me out a lot. And also subscribe if you do want to see more of me, because I upload all the damn time and because it's free and it makes me happy. So if you want to make me happy for free, subscribe. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys think of this base. Have you tried it yet? Is there anything else you guys want me to try? But I'm gonna go and wash my face because I've had this makeup on for way too long now. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I love you and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.